for a moment due to noise. Happened where yeah, that's right. And it'll be underwater. Hey there, Q20 family. Here we are, 700-mile ride. So let's get down to it. 700 miles, everything is still going great. Nothing has changed from the 600-mile ride. The bike is doing great, battery's doing good, speaker's still the same with its slight low buzz when it's not playing music. The S866 display still working for me. No additional freeze-ups on it. So it's been a total of 2 freeze-ups. There was one time where it dumped its miles and its settings. Cage rocket down below, now that temperatures are starting to warm. It's a little less rattle noise coming out of it. And the mirror over there, working great. What I do want to talk to you about on this ride is the rear hub planetary gears. Now, with each ride, I always kind of update as to what I have seen, what I've observed from other riders. I've had 0 problems with mine, and I'll say right up front, I ride my Q20 as in the proverbial old woman driven, okay? Grandma driven. And I know that electric motors have a lot of torque, and so when I accelerate off, I get it moving. I don't do the full throttle takeoffs. I'm not off-roading this thing, bouncing around that rear tire. I mean, one, I've discussed it, and it's been said many times, this is really not an off-roading bike. And thus, I don't abuse it. I use this as a commuter, and I'm very smooth in how I treat it. With that said, third person having some planetary gear issues. Again, we're not talking about a lot. And, you know, this bike is sold worldwide. But anytime that I do hear of it, I add the number in. With the 3 gears, the 3 planetary gear fails. One of them, I believe, was from the factory. There was just a bad planetary gear, okay? It happens. The other 2, I just don't know. I have no idea. Was it the rider bouncing the bike, beating it up? Was it failure from the factory? Or the other thing that makes me wonder is these planetary gears, when you go to buy them, to buy a replacement, the gears that are out there are for the Bafang motor. Don't speak Chinese, so I'm sure I'm killing that name. They're for the Bafang motor, and it says 500 watt to 750 watts. So that's what's in our rear hubs. However, the bike is sold as 1,000 watt, 1,200 watt, and sometimes I've seen it advertised as high as being a 1,500 watt motor. So that brings up the question, are these nylon gears really up to the job of, you know, this powerful of a motor? I don't know. I don't have the answer. So where I'm going with this, what I have done is purchased a spare set of planetary gears. They're only 28 bucks. They're not much. And I'm doing this much the same way that I am with purchasing additional brake pads. Now, the brake pads I've got, I'm at 700 miles on them, and they're holding up great. The brake pads seem to be amazing. But because it is very much a proprietary disc brake setup from Ridstar, I want to have them in storage in case I ever needed them. With that said, although the Bafang motor is commonplace, I figure I might as well go ahead and buy myself a set of planetary gears and put them away just so I have them. I don't mind. It was $28 and change here in America on Amazon. I know AliExpress also offers them. They may even offer them a little bit cheaper. I think they do. But, you know, that's what I went with. It was the Amazon one, just because of, you know, the reliability of Amazon. So my point, if you're looking to hold on to your bike for a long time, you might just go ahead and purchase yourself a set of gears, planetary gears. You might go ahead and put away some sets of brake pads just so you have them. I mean, brake pads, get a set for like 10 bucks. You can get the planetary gears for 28 bucks and change. You know, there's not a lot of complexity to these bikes. And so for that reason, I'm gonna go ahead and put it away and just have it on hand. One of the other things that I also was looking into is, because it's nylon gears inside of a metal hub, so you have nylon contacting metal, and it's good in that the nylon will fail before the metal does. And so with that, I started wondering about lubrication, because I often see people mentioning about how the grease inside of the hub seems to be a bit old, bit tacky. I expect it's probably cheap grease on top of all those other things, you know, possibly old. So in doing a little bit of looking, Mobile sells a grease called Mobile 28 aviation grease. And this Mobile 28 is specifically designed for the purpose of nylon to metal contact, or, you know, mismatched materials, to work with gears and splines and worm gears and all that stuff. And so it's intended for this application. So I'm gonna look at purchasing that. I've seen it sold for $10 for a little 10cc squirt syringe, and I have also seen it as a tube for anywhere, I want to say, I think it was like 24 bucks to $28 for a tube of this grease. It's not cheap grease, but it is high-end quality grease, and, you know, being designed for the aviation industry, you know, you're going to have a higher quality. And so my thought is, at some point I'll probably pop my rear hub open so that I can see what it looks like inside when it's healthy, in case my gears would ever fail, so I know what is normal. And then while I'm in there, clean out that grease and replace it with the Mobile 28 aircraft grease. So I'm just thinking long term, because, you know, I granny drive my bike, I'm taking care of it, I'm looking to have it last a long time, and with that I'm doing what I need to take care of it and preserve it for the long haul. So I'm just encouraging you, if you're thinking about holding on to your bike for the long haul, you might consider going ahead and just purchasing yourself a set of planetary gears, just to have them on hand. Start purchasing those brake pads, put them away. There's, you know, right now that's my list of what I'm stockpiling. There's just not a whole lot of complexity to these e-bikes, and I think with some careful forethought and not a lot of money, you can actually save up quite a bit of parts and make your bike really last for the long haul. So there you have it. That's my 700-mile ride. Really not much to update on the bike itself, but just some thoughts on what you might want to do to have some stuff on hand to really extend the total life that you get out of your Ridstar. And then one viewer pointed out, I think it was on my 600-mile ride, and I had never mentioned it, they had disposed of that cell phone holder that was over here where my LCD display is. I got rid of that too. It was just too flimsy. You can simply unplug it from the controller underneath your seat, and then unscrew it from the handlebars and just get rid of it. If you wanted to, you could also go in and you know, cut that plug off, put it back into the controller, and wire in your own USB connection, you know, for whatever you wanted to do with it. But I got rid of it. It was just junk, in my opinion, and my phone was also too large. So there you have it, Q20 family. You know, if you have any thoughts, comments, or whatever, please, you know, drop them below. It helps the algorithm to get this video out here, and also consider liking, subscribing, ringing the bell, and sharing this video out. Until next time, ride safe, Q20 family, and I would love to see you over on the Facebook group for the Ridstar Q20 and International Q20 Forum. They're on Facebook, and you'll find me there. My name is George. Till next time, ride safe, keep the rubber side down.